Every Sunday afternoon, I make myself a beverage of choice, sit in a quiet corner of my room with my iPad, and in about 20 minutes, I design my entire week ahead of me. I know exactly what I'm doing from Monday to Saturday. What outfits I'm wearing, whether or not I'm eating at home, what content I'm posting, and where I stand on my bigger goals. When something unexpected pops up in the middle of the week, an event, a plan, I don't panic and I don't overthink it. I know which days I'm free and which days I'm not. That level of clarity, it didn't come from working hard. It just came from a 20 minutes weekly plan. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I do it, step by step. But first, let me tell you what life looked like before I had the system. Honestly, my weeks just used to happen to me. I was not designing my weeks. I was just drifting through them. Someone would invite me in the middle of the week and I would genuinely not know whether to say yes or no. Sometimes I would say yes and didn't have time, and sometimes I would say no and just waste my time sitting free at home. But the bigger problem though, I was not going forward on anything that actually mattered to me. I had long-term goals just sitting in the back of my head. Content I wanted to create, habits I wanted to stick to, but week after week, they stayed in the background because nothing was pulling them forward. I was really busy, but I was not progressing. And if that sounds familiar to you, then keep on watching because I am going to share the exact system that changed that for me. I call it my Sunday design session. It's built around a 5-page template that I created for myself, and it will also be available for you to download in the description box down below. I plan my weeks every Sunday, usually in the afternoon, using this 5 pages planner. It's simple, it's easy, it's effective, and it's quick. So these pages are the weekly review, the life design grid, the week ahead, the Sunday reset checklist, and a master to-do list. Let me walk you through each one. The session always starts with looking backwards before I look forward. And I think this is the part which most people just skip. And this is why their planning doesn't last. On this first page, I mainly answer 5 things. What were my top 3 wins from this past week? Not just tasks that I completed, but actual things that I was proud of. This retrains your brain to notice progress instead of constantly feeling behind. How do I rank this week? I rate it out of 5 stars. Not harsh, just honest. What was my biggest challenge? One thing, not a list of complaints. Just that one friction that kept on coming up, so it's easier for me to recognize the hurdles and create systems to overcome it. Which habits did I follow through on? I track the habits I'm currently working on and check in honestly. How did I feel overall? And what are my notes and lessons from this week? This whole review takes about 4 to 5 minutes. But the kind of clarity you achieve from just asking yourself those questions, it changes how you walk into your next week. You stop carrying the weight of the previous week without processing it, you learn from it. Page 2 is the life design grid, which I introduced in my very first video. And if you haven't watched it yet, I will link it above. But essentially, here's how it works in a Sunday session specifically. I don't rebuild the grid from scratch every week. What I actually do is just check in on it, and I use it for 4 things. First, I look at my bigger goals that I'm currently working on, not the small weekly tasks, the actual goals that matter to me this quarter, the ones that are easy to forget when the week gets busy. This step makes sure they stay in the room. Second, I don't just look at the goals. I ask myself, what is the system behind this goal? Because a goal without a system is just a wish. So if I want to hit a goal, I have to ask, what do I need to do consistently week after week to actually get there? And I build and refine my system here. Third, I focus on discipline. What are the things that I'm currently doing in order to keep myself disciplined? Fourth, I review. Am I actually following through on the systems and structures I have already built? Did I do what I said I would last week? Honest answers only. No guilt, just data. Because if a system isn't working, this is the right moment to fix it before another week slips by. But it is the step that separates people who have goals from the ones who are actually moving forward to achieving them. Your big goals don't grow in the background on their own. You have to bring them forward intentionally every single week. Now we get to actual planning. This is where I map out my week ahead, and I do it in 3 layers. Layer 1, my priorities for the week. Not everything on my to-do list, of course. Just 3 to 5 things that if I don't do anything else during this week, still it would be a success. These go on the top of the page and they become my anchor. Layer 2, day by day plans. I go through Monday to Friday and note down what's in my calendar already. Meetings, events, appointments, dinners, all of that. Then I decide what I'm going to do with my remaining time. This is where clarity lives. When I can see my entire week laid out in front of me, I can make smart decisions. I know which days are heavy, which days have breathing room, so I can schedule my days accordingly. And I know when to schedule focused, deep work and when to stack errands or social plans. I also sort out practical things here. Which days I'm going to eat at home, which events I'm attending, what kind of appointments that I have, so I exactly know what kind of outfits I need to plan. I know it sounds detailed, but this is exactly what stops the midweek scrambling. Layer 3, notes. Anything that doesn't fit neatly into the day. Ideas, things I need to follow up on, things I don't want to forget because I know how my memory is. Page 4, my favorite one to check off, Sunday reset checklist. This isn't about productivity. This is about resetting and showing up in the next week with a clear mind. My checklist includes things like sorting through my emails, changing my bedding, because yes, fresh bedding on a Sunday just feels so good. Planning my outfits, scheduling my content for the week, doing something fun, and journaling for 5 to 10 minutes. And my favorite one, the everything shower. You know what I mean. This checklist is personal to me. Yours might look different, but the basic principle is the same. Sunday is not just about planning your calendar, it's about resetting your environment, your mind, as well as your energy, so you can start your week from a place of clarity, not chaos. Then there is page 5, the one that quietly holds everything together, the master to-do list. This includes every single thing I need to get done in one place. Not sorted out yet, just everything noted down clearly so I don't forget and nothing is floating around in my head. It includes tasks that don't belong to a specific day, things that need to get done this week but I haven't decided when yet. It also includes ongoing tasks that carry over from the previous week, the things I didn't get done, and the things I can't afford to drop. Having it all in one place means nothing is slipping through. Because the enemy of a productive week is not laziness, it's forgetfulness. It's a task that lived in your head on a Monday but completely disappeared on the Wednesday. This page kills that problem. And when I sit down on a random Thursday and I'm not sure what to work on next and I have some time on my hand, I don't have to think. I just open page 5 and the list of tasks is already there, built on a Sunday, waiting for me all week. 5 pages, 20 minutes, and your entire week is designed before it even begins. So what actually changed since I started this system, you might ask? The biggest one is mental clarity. I used to carry this low-key background anxiety into every week. A vague feeling of, am I doing enough? Am I forgetting something? Where am I even going with all of this? Now I don't have that. Not because my life is perfectly organized. It's not, of course. But because on every Sunday, I have a conversation with myself. I've reviewed, I've reflected, I have planned, and I have reset. I know what's coming, I know what I'm working towards, and I know what matters this week. And that knowledge, that intentional clarity is the exact foundation everything else gets built on. And this is exactly what I mean when I say you don't find a good life, you design it. Week by week, Sunday by Sunday. If you want to try this system for yourself, I have created a free Sunday design planner, the exact 5-page template that I walk through every week. I'll drop a link in the description. You can download it and use it on any app of your choice, like GoodNotes, Notability, or just print it out. All I ask is that you drop your email to grab it. That way, I can also send you more frameworks and tools like this. No spams, I promise. And if you're new here, this channel is called The Structured Life. We talk about designing your life intentionally with structures, frameworks, and systems. And I post a new video every week. If this video gave you even one useful thing, consider subscribing. It motivates me to keep going. And I'll see you in the next one.